recognize me. No, I understand. You are very kind, and I am so sorry to disappoint you, but no, I am not the playwright of the plays you are about to see. No, my wife just asked me to come out and give you a little introduction to what you are about to see for this benefit, yes? These are two plays by an up-and-coming young playwright named, I think he pronounces Anton Chekhov, I think that's his name. And supposedly he says he is working on a full-length play that is supposed to happen next year. But if I were you, I would wait a few extra years before you see that play. It will be better in 3 years. But not the production they will do next year. Now, the shows are funny, I hope. I like them. I saw your rehearsal at Maple. And you should know that I came from the backstage, they call it, and that's there is an exit back there, but most of you would go out here if need be. Yeah, wow, we live in an amazing era. The technology that is coming, including this new device, is coming into our world called the telephone, I think it is called. I don't know how it works myself, if it's portable, but if it is portable, and then if you have this telephone, please don't use it during the play. I think if you are talking and the actors are talking, it will get confusing. So we are now going to watch the first play by this young man Chekhov. It is called The Marriage Proposal. I do hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Oh, my dear Ivan Vasilovich, I'm extremely glad to see you here. Now this is a surprise, dear boy. How are you and so on and all that?
I'm doing well. And how are you getting on?
Oh, we're just getting by somehow, thanks to your prayer and so on. Sit down, please do. Now, you know you shouldn't forget all about your neighbors. Why do you need me dressed? Tie and so on and all that. Are you going somewhere?
No, I've only come to see you, honored Stepan Stepanovich.
Then why do you need me dressed, my boy? As if you're celebrating New Year's Eve.
Well, you see, honored Stepan Stepanovich, I've come to you with a request. It's not the first time I've come to you for help, and you always have, so to speak. I beg your pardon. I'm very nervous. If you don't mind, I'll drink some water.
If he's come to borrow money, he'll be sorely disappointed. What is it, my dear friend?
Well, you see, honor Stepanich, Stepan, honor a bitch. Oh! I beg your pardon. I'm shaking with nerves. In short, you alone can help me, though I don't deserve it. And I haven't any right to expect your assistance.
Don't beat around the bush, boy. Spit it out and so on. Well?
I've come to ask for the hand of your daughter, Natalia Stepanovna, in marriage.
Oh, dear God in heaven. Ivan Vasilovich, such joy. Can you say that again? I'm not sure I heard all that and so on.
I have the honor to ask.
Oh, my dear boy, I'm so glad. Yes, indeed, and all that sort of thing. I've been waiting for this for such a long time. You've always been like a son to me. Oh, God bless you both and so on and all that. Look at me. I'm blabbering like an idiot. Oh, you rascal. I'll go and call Natasha and all that.
Wait! Do you think I may count on her consent?
Well, of course she'll consent. She's in love. She's like a cat in heat. I won't be long.
It's so cold. I'm trembling all over. I need steely determination. If I hesitate now, I'm finished. If I take the time to look for an ideal wife or for true love, then I'll never get married. It's so cold. Natalia Stepanovna is an excellent housekeeper. She's not bad looking, and she went to school. What more do I want? Oh, there's a ringing in my ear again. Whew. In any event, I need to marry. It's as simple as that. I'm 35 already. I ought to lead a simple and regular life with no upsets. I'm suffering from palpitations. I'm far too excitable. At this very moment, my lips are trembling, and there's a twitch in my right eyebrow again. Whew. But the worst of it is the sleep, or the lack thereof it. Every time I lay down, my head hits the pillow. Something in my left side gives a pull. And I feel it in my shoulder and head. Then I jump up like a lunatic, walk about a bit, but then when I lay back down and I try to get some sleep, it happens again. There's another pull, and this may happen 20 times.
Well, hello there. It's only you. Papa said to go inside. There's a merchant that's come by to collect his goods. How have you been, Ivan Vasilyevich?
Oh, I'm doing well, honored Natalia Stepanovna.
You must excuse my apron. We're shelling peas for drying. Haven't you been here for such a long... Please, sit down. Won't you have some lunch?
No, thank you. I've had some already.
Please smoke if you like then. The weather is glorious now, but yesterday it was so wet that the field hands couldn't do anything all day. How much hay have you stacked? Actually, I got a bit enthusiastic today and had a whole field cut. But now I'm regretting it because I'm afraid that the hay may rot. Sure, I've waited a bit back. But look at you. Why, you're in your evening dress. You do look nice. Are you going to a party or something? Tell me.
Well, you see, honored Natalia Stepanovna, I've come to see if you, to ask you to hear me out. You might be confused and a little bit angry, but it's so cold.
What's the matter? Well,
I shall try to be brief. As you must know, Natalia Stepanovna, that I have long, since childhood in fact, have had the honor of knowing your family. My late aunt and her husband always held the highest respect for your father and late mother. The Lomogovs and Chubakovs always had the most friendliest, and might I say most affectionate regard for each other. We are close neighbors after all. You must know, my land border is yours. My oxen meadows touches your earth.
one moment. Please forgive the interruption. But you said, my oxen meadows. But are they really yours?
Yes, they are mine.
What are you talking about? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours.
No, mine, honored Natalia.
Well, how do you make that out?
How? I'm talking about the Oxen Meadows, that tiny patch of land wedged between the Burt Woods and the Burt Marsh.
Oh, yes, yes. No, they're ours. Now think very carefully, Ivan Vasilyevich. How long have they been yours?
How long? As long as I can remember.
Now really wait just a minute.
I have the documents, Natalia Stepanovna. It's true. Oxen Meadows were once part of some disputes, but now everybody knows that they are mine. There's nothing to argue about. My aunt's grandmother gave the usage of the meadows in perpetuity to your father's grandfather's peasants. The peasants used to bake bricks for my aunt's grandmother during that time. Now, the peasants belonging to your father's grandfather worked in the meadows for 40 years, to which they got accustomed to regarding it as their own. What happened was...
You were wrong. Both my grandfather and great-grandfather reckoned that their land extended to Burt Marsh, which means that Oxen Meadows are ours. There is no point in arguing. It is simply ridiculous.
I have the papers, Natalia Stepanovna.
I see. You are just making fun of me. This is a big joke. I mean, we've had the land for nearly 300 years, and we're suddenly told that it isn't ours? Ivan Vasilyevich, I can hardly believe what you are saying. These meadows aren't even valuable. They only come to about, 12 acres, but that isn't the point. It is the unfairness. I can't stand unfairness.
Didn't you hear what I said? Your father's grandfather's peasants, from whom I've had the honor of explaining to you, used to bake bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother, being a decent
Oh,
woman...
who cares about all this grandfather's and grandmother's business? Oxen Meadows are ours, and that's all there is to it.
They're mine.
Ours! You can go on about it until you're blue in the face and you can wear 15 dress jackets, but I'll tell you that they're ours and ours and ours! I don't want anything that belongs to you, and I simply won't give up anything of mine. Thank you very much.
Wait, Natalia Stepanovna. I don't care about the meadows, but I'm acting on principle. If you like, I'll give them to you as a gift.
If there is any giving to do, I'll do it, because they are mine. I cannot believe your behavior. Up to this point, we have always thought of you as a good friend and neighbor. Just last year, we lent you our threshing machine, which meant us putting off our own threshing till November. Now you want to treat us as if we're thieves, giving me my own land indeed. In my opinion, that is not at all friendly or neighborly. In fact, I find it downright insulting.
Then you accuse me of being some sort of land grabber? Never in my life have I ever grabbed anybody else's land, and I won't have you accuse me of so. Oxen Meadows are mine.
It's not true. They're ours.
They're mine.
It's a lie. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers out to the meadows this very day.
What?
My mowers will be there this very day.
Oxen Meadows are mine, you understand? Mine!
Please don't shout! Oh, you can go on as you please in your own house, but here I expect you to behave as a gentleman.
Forward for these throbbing murmurs, these excruciating palpitations, and my temples near bursting point! Talk to you differently. Oxen Meadows are mine!
Ours.
Mine!
Ours!
Mine!
What's going on? What's all the shouting?
Papa, please tell this gentleman who owns Oxen Meadows, us or him.
The meadows are ours.
But Stepanovich, how can they be yours? Please be reasonable, man. My aunt's grandmother gave the usage to your grandfather's peasants. The peasants worked in the land for 40 years, to which they got accustomed to it as if it was their own. But what happened was...
You have forgotten that the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. Now every dog in the village knows that they're ours. It means you haven't read the survey plan.
I'll prove to you that they're mine.
You won't prove it.
I shall!
Why yell like that? You won't prove anything by yelling. I don't want anything of yours, and I don't intend to give up anything of mine. Why should I? Furthermore, if you intend to go on arguing about it, I'd just as soon give the meadows over to the peasants than let you have them. So there.
I don't understand. How have you the right to give away anybody else's land?
I'll decide whether or not I have the right, because I, young man, am many years your senior. I, young man, am not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice, and I would appreciate it if you could speak to me without getting yourself into a state and so on.
No, you think I'm a fool, and you want to take advantage. You give away my land, and you want me to talk to you calmly and politely? Good neighbors don't do that, Stepanovich. You're not a neighbor, you're a land grabber!
What's that? What did you say?
Papa, send the mowers out to the meadows at once!
What did you say, sir?
Oxen Meadows are ours, and I will never give them up. Never, never, never!
I'll have the matter taken to court. Then we'll see who it belongs to.
To court. You can go ahead and take it to court. By all means, do. I know you. You're just looking for a chance to go to court and so on. All your people were like that. Your family is famous for suing everybody and anybody.
You take that back. The Lomas have always been law-abiding citizens. Unlike some I won't mention, like your grandfather, who was arrested for embezzlement, for instance.
You Lomos are crazy. All of you.
Oh!
Your grandfather was nothing more than a drunk. And your aunt, Natasha Mihalovna, ran away with an architect. That's right, an architect and so on.
And your mother was a hunchback! Oh, my heart! I think I'm dying. I need water.
Your father was a gambler and a cheat.
And your aunt was a gossip and a backbiter.
Oh, my leg. You're a snake! And oh, my shoulder. And it was an open secret that the last ballot you brought. Oh, my eyes are blurry. Where's my flowers? I'm taking them back.
It's low, it's dishonest, and it's mean.
And you're nothing more than a malicious, two-faced liar.
Ah!
Yes.
Where's the door? I think I'm dead. Colin.
And don't step foot in my house again.
Take it to court, we'll see.
Creep.
Crook.
And to think that that upstart, that monkey brain has the confounded nerve to make a proposal. A proposal? Huh.
What proposal?
Why, he came here to propose to you.
Propose to me? Why didn't you tell me that before?
That's why he was dressed up in that silly suit and all that, the stuffed sausage.
He came to propose to me? Oh my God, get him back! Oh my God, make him come back! Oh my God, please make him come back!
Make who come back?
Quick, go get him!
What's that? What's the matter with you? Oh, what have I done? I'll hang myself. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself and then I'll shoot myself.
I'm going to die! Get him!
Don't yell, I'm going.
Oh, what have they done to me? Oh, please make him come back. Please.
He's coming and so on and all that. Speak to him yourself this time. I leave it to you and all that and so on.
Get him!
He's coming, I told you. Lord, what a burden to be the father of a grown-up daughter. I'll cut my throat. I will. We cursed him. We abused him. We ran him out. And it was all your doing. Yours.
No, it was yours!
It's not my fault, I tell you. Now, Speak to him yourself. I leave it to you and so on.
My heart's beating wildly. My foot's gone to sleep. Something's pulling in my side.
Forgive us, Ivan Vasilovich. We were a little bit heated. I remember now. Oxen Meadows really are yours.
My heart's burst. The meadows? Both my eyebrows are twitching now.
The meadows are yours. Yes, yours. Please sit down. Oh. We were wrong.
I did it for the principal. I care little for the land, but the principal.
Yes, the principal. Now, please, let us talk about something else.
I have the papers, you see. My aunt's grandmother gave the usage of the meadows to your father's grandfather's
Yes,
peasant.
that's enough! I wish I knew where to start. Will you be going hunting this season?
Well, yes, I had to have a go at the geese and grouse after the harvest. Oh, but haven't you heard? My best dog Gesser has gone lame.
Oh, what a pity. How did it happen?
I don't know. He must have twisted it or got bitten by some other dog. It's a shame, really. He's my very best dog. To say nothing of how much it cost me. I gave Mironov 125 for him.
You were robbed, Ivan Vasilovich.
I think it was a bargain. He's a top-grade dog.
Papa only paid 85 for his hound Messer, and Messer is a much better dog than Gesser.
Messer is better than Gesser. How do you say that, Messer better than Gesser?
Well, of course he's better. Messer is still young, but on points of pedigree, there is no comparison.
Vitaly Stepanovna, you must know that Messer has an overshot jaw. An overshot jaw means the dog is a bad hunter.
Overshot, is he? That's news to me.
Yes, I assure you his lower jaw is shorter than the upper.
Huh. Measured it, have you?
Yes. Now, he's good at chasing the pack and all that, but if you want him to grab a hold of anything...
In the first place, Messer is a thoroughbred animal, the son of Lesser and Stresser, whereas your Gesser is a son of Slusher and Pusher and has no pedigree whatsoever. He is just a flea-bitten old wreck.
He may be old, but I wouldn't trade 5 Messers over him. How can you... Gesser is a proper dog. As for Messer, he's a joke of a hound.
Oh.
If you had paid 25 for him, it would have been 22 much.
Ivan Vasilovich, are you being obnoxious on purpose today? First you pretend that the meadows are yours, and now you want to compare Messer to Gesser? I hate people who refuse to face the facts. You know perfectly well that Messer is 100 times better than your ridiculous Gesser.
I see, Natalia Stepanovna. They either consider me blind or stupid. You must realize that Messer is overshot.
It is not true.
It is.
It's not true!
What are you shouting for?
What are you lying for? Gesser is only fit to be shot, and you want to compare him to Messer?
Excuse me, I cannot continue this discussion any further. My heart is palpitating again.
You are just like those hunters who are full of talk, but actually useless when it comes to hunting.
Please be quiet. Shut up! My heart is bursting!
Oh, I won't shut up!
Oh, what's the matter now?
Oh, Papa, tell us truly, which is the better dog, our Messer or his Gesser?
Stepan Stepanovich, tell me one thing. Is Messer overshot or not? Yes or no?
And so what if he is? What does that matter? He's still the best dog in the district for all that and so on.
Isn't my Gesser better? Tell me honestly.
Don't excite yourself, boy. Allow me. Sure, your Gesser has his strong points. He's firm on his feet, purebred, well-sprung ribs and all that. But to tell you the truth, that dog has 2 defects. He's old and he's short in the muzzle.
And the muzzle.
You have to excuse me, but I'm having extreme heart murmurs. Let's face the facts, shall we? You must know that during the Marinsky hunt, my dog ran neck to neck with the Count's dog, Fresher. Meanwhile, your dog, Messer, was chasing up the rear.
He fell behind because the Count hit him with his whip.
Yeah, good reason. The dogs are supposed to go out and catch a fox. Meanwhile, your dog went off and started chasing a sheep.
It's not true! Now, I'm very liable to lose my temper, so let's stop arguing. You started because everybody is always jealous of everybody else's dog. Yes, we're all like that. No sooner do you see some dog that's better than your Gesser than you start going on about this, that, and all that, and so on. I remember everything.
I remember too.
I remember too. What do you remember?
Oh, my heart. My heart's falling off. I can't.
be better off lying down in a darkened room than chasing after foxes. Oh, my heart!
Yes, really. What sort of a hunter are you anyway? Let's change your subject before I lose my temper. You're not a real hunter. Let's leave it at that.
And you are a hunter? You only go hunting to get in with the Count and all his wealthy friends. You're not a hunter. You're a sneaky social climber!
Shut up!
Snake!
Young brat!
Old rat!
Shut up before I shoot you like a partridge, fool!
There it is! Oh, my heart's burst! Ah, my shoulder's falling off. Where's my shoulder? I think I'm dying. Call a doctor.
Oh, I'm sick. My heart is pounding. Fool!
You can't even ride a horse properly. Papa, what's the matter with him? Look, Papa! Ah! Ivan Vasilovich! He's dead! He's dead! Dead!
Oh, God! Water! A doctor! Here, drink this. Oh, he is dead! Why did I put a bullet into my brain? I deserve to die! Somebody get me a knife! Get me a pistol! What's that? He seems to be coming around. Here, drink this. That's right.
I see stars. Where am I?
Now listen, just hurry up and get married. She's willing and so on and all that. I give you my blessing. Just please, leave me in peace.
What?
Go on, kiss her.
Why, yes, that's very nice. Oh, I'm starting to remember. My heart, the stars. I'm happy. Oh, Natalia Stepanovna. Oh, my left leg is still paralyzed.
Oh, I'm happy too.
What a weight off my shoulders.
Now you can admit that Messer is better than Gesser.
What? He's worse.
Better!
He's obviously the worst I
Why
can
would you
see.
say that?
Are you
He
kidding me
deserves
right
to be
now?
shot in the head.
No, my
Compare it to Gesser.
my
And they
guesser
both
is
lived
that.
happily ever after.
Hello again. Hello again. Very good. I think that Chekhov fellow has a great career ahead of him, I think. They're going to change the set, and we'll just wait 1 moment, please. Ladies and well, so to speak, gentlemen. It was suggested by my wife that I give a public lecture here for charity. Well, if I must, I must. It's all the same to me. I am not a professor, and I never finished the university. And yet, nevertheless, during the last 30 years, I have been ruining my health by a constant, unceasing examination of matters of a scientific nature. I am a man of intellectual curiosity. And if you can imagine, at times I write essays on scientific matters. Well, not exactly scientific, but approximately scientific. Oh, just the other day I finished a lengthy article entitled "On the Harmfulness of Certain Insects." My daughters liked it immensely, especially the part about bedbugs. But I just tore it up. What does it matter if such things are written? You still have to have insect powder. Yes. We have bedbugs, even in our grand piano. For the subject of my lecture today, I have taken, so to speak, the harm done to mankind by the use of tobacco. Yes, I myself smoke. But my wife told me to lecture on the harmfulness of tobacco, so what's to be done? Tobacco it is. But I urge you, kind ladies and gentlemen, take my lecture with all due seriousness, or something awful may happen to me. Oh, if any of you are afraid of a dry scientific lecture, you needn't listen. You may leave. It will be at least 10 minutes before the next play. You all stay. Oh. Tobacco, strictly speaking, is a plant. I apologize. Sometimes when I lecture, I blink my right eye. Take no notice, it is simple nervousness. I'm a very nervous man, generally speaking. I started blinking years ago. In 1899, to be precise, on September the 13th, the very day my wife gave birth to our fourth daughter, Bavara. All my daughters were born on the 13th. Well, I seem to have digressed from the subject. I should tell you, by the way, that my wife runs a boarding school. Well, not exactly a boarding school, but there's something in the nature of one. And just between us, my wife, she likes to complain about hard times, but she has put away a little nest egg of some 40 or 50,000 rubles. As for me, I haven't a penny to my name, not a kopeck. But what's the use of dwelling on that? At her school, it is my lot to look after the housekeeping. I buy the supplies, I keep an eye on the servants, I keep the books, I stitch together the exercise books, exterminate bedbugs. I take my wife's little dog out for walks, I catch mice. Oh, last night, I had to get the cook butter and flour for today's breakfast. And then this morning, my wife comes into the kitchen and she says, there are a few too many pancakes. So what to do about them? She looks at me and she says, you eat those pancakes, you scarecrow. She's out of humor. She calls me scarecrow. or viper, or devil. What kind of devil am I? Oh, she's always in a bad mood. I didn't eat those pancakes. I wolfed them down. I'm always hungry. Last night she gave me no dinner. Well, we have digressed from the subject again. Let us continue. Still, I'm sure many of you would rather hear a romance, or a symphony, or an aria. We shall not shrink from the battle, forward be strong of heart. I forget what that's about. I should tell you, by the way, that at her school, apart from looking after the housekeeping, my duties include teaching. Mathematics, physics, chemistry, geography, history, vocal exercise, literature, and so forth. For singing, and dancing, and acting, and drawing, my wife charges extra, although the singing and dancing teacher is yours truly. But not the acting. For that, she has a new young man named Stana something. Our school is located at Dog Alley, number 13. Perhaps that's why my life has been so unlucky. Living in house number 13. All my daughters were born on the 13th. I think I told you. And there are 13 windows in our house. And in short, what's the use? Appointments with my wife can be made for any hour, and the school's prospectus is available for 30 kopecks. nobody liked the 30 kopecks. Perhaps we have some tourists. We can take American dollars. What a shame. Yes, house number 30. I'm a failure. I have grown old and foolish. Here I am lecturing, and to all appearances enjoying myself, and yet I have such an urge to scream at the top of my lungs, to run to the ends of the earth. That could be. Oh, what about your daughters, you say, huh? Well, what about them? I try to talk to them, but they just stare at me. I have 7 daughters. 7. Oh no, 6. 6 daughters. Oh no, 7. Adriana, the eldest, is 27, and Ava, the youngest, is 17. Oh, I'm miserable. I'm a non-entity, and yet you see before you, all in all, the happiest of fathers. I've lived with my wife for 37 years, and I can say they are the best years of my life. Well, not the best. Approximately. Ria! Ria! She has not arrived. My wife is not here, so I can say what I like. I'm afraid, terribly afraid. Then she looks at me. But I was talking about my daughters. They don't get married. Probably because they're so shy, but also because men can't get near them. My wife never gives parties. She never invites anyone over for dinner. She's a shrewish, stingy old biddy, and that's why nobody comes to see us. But I can tell you confidentially that on holidays, my daughters can be seen at the home of their aunt, Natalia. You know Natalia, she wears the yellow dress with the little black dots that look like cockroaches. There, one can eat. And if my wife happens to not be looking, well, you will find me. Oh, you'll see I can get drunk on just one glass. Oh, and then I am so happy, but also so sad. I think about my youth, and somehow I want to run away, to clear out. How I long to do it. I want to run away and be free of everything. Where? Anywhere, so long as it is away from that life that has turned me into a fool. Run away from that petty, hot-headed old miser who has given me 37 years of torment. To run away from the music and the kitchen and the bookkeeping ledgers, all those mundane, trivial affairs. To run away far, far away, and then stop somewhere on a hill, under the great sky and the still bright moon, and just to forget. I long to forget. Now I long to take off this tailcoat that I wore 37 years ago for my wedding, and I still wear today for lectures for the public. Oh, take that! Oh, I am poor, shabby, and tattered like this. Oh, I was young once. I went to the university. I had dreams. Now I want nothing. Nothing but peace. Peace. Hello, dear. She's here, my wife is living. I beg you, please. If she asks you, please tell her husband, the scarecrow, well, the lecturer, me, gave dignity. Oh, she's looking at me. I've almost finished. Given that tobacco contains a terrible poison, which I had the pleasure of describing to you, smoking should be avoided at all costs. Permit me to add my hopes that these observations on the harmfulness of tobacco have been of some profit to you. And so I conclude Dixie et animen levavi. Thank you very much, and the next play will begin soon. It isn't right, madam. You're just destroying yourself. Every living being is rejoicing. Even the cat understands how to enjoy herself. Only you sit in this room all day as if this was a convent. Don't take any pleasure.
I shall never go out. Why should I? My life is already at an end. He is in his grave, and I have buried myself between four walls.
Well, there you are. Nikolai Mihailovich is dead. You've mourned for him, and for good reason. My woman died too. Winter time came. Well, I grieved for her. I wept for a month, and that was enough. You've forgotten all your neighbors. You don't go anywhere and you see nobody. It's as if there was no good people around, for the district's full of them. Oh, my lady, you're so young and beautiful, with roses in your cheek. If only you took a little pleasure. Beauty doesn't last long, you know.
I must ask you to never speak to me about it. You know that when Nikolai Mihailovich died, life lost all of its meaning for me. I vowed never to cease to wear mourning or to see the light, you hear? Yes, I know it's no secret to you that he was often unfair to me, cruel and even unfaithful. But I shall be true till death and show him how I can love him.
Stop talking like that. You ought to go have a walk in the garden. Or else order Toby to be harnessed, or go out to see some of the neighbors. Madam, dear madam, what is it? Bless you.
He was so fond of Toby. He always loved to ride him. How well he could ride. What grace there was in his figure as he pulled the reins with all of his strength. Do you remember? Toby. Tell them to feed him an extra pail of oats.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's that? Tell them that I received nobody.
Yes, ma'am.
You will see, Nicholas, how I can love and forgive. And aren't you ashamed? You bad child, you deceived me. Had Rose with me, left me alone for weeks on end.
Madam, there's somebody at the front door. He wants to see you.
But didn't you tell him that since the death of my husband, I sought to see him?
I did, but he didn't listen. Since it's a very pressing affair.
I do not receive.
I did, but the devil curses and pushes himself right in. He's in the dining room.
Very well. Ask him in then. What manners? How these people annoy me. What does he want of me? Why should he disturb my peace? No, I see I shall have to go into a convent after all. Yes, into a convent.
You fool! You're too fond of talking, ass! Madam, I have the honor to present myself. I'm Gregory Stepanovich Smirnov, landowner and retired lieutenant of artillery. I'm compelled to disturb you on a very pressing affair.
What do you want?
Your late husband, to whom I had the honor of being acquainted, died in my debt for 1,200 rubles on 2 bills of exchange. As I've got to pay an interest on a mortgage tomorrow, I've come to ask you, madam, to pay me the money today.
1,200. And what was my husband in debt to you for?
He used to buy oats from me.
Oh! Luca? Don't forget to feed Toby an extra pail of oats. If Nikolai Mihailovich died in debt to you, then I shall certainly repay you. But you must excuse me today as I haven't any money to spare. Wait until the day after tomorrow. My steward will be back from town, and I will give him instructions to settle your account. But at the moment, I cannot do as you wish. Moreover, it's exactly 7 months today since the death of my husband, and I am in a state of mind in which absolutely prevents me from giving money matters my attention.
And I'm in a state of mind in which if I don't get the money today, will force me to make a graceful exit from this life and first. They'll take my estate.
You'll have your money the day after tomorrow.
I don't want the money the day after tomorrow. I want the money today.
You must excuse me, I can't pay you.
And I can't wait until the day after tomorrow.
But what can I do if I haven't the money now?
You mean to say you can't pay me?
I can't.
Is that the last word you've got to say?
Yes, the last word.
The last word. Absolutely your last.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I'll make note of it. And then people want me to keep calm. I meet a man on the road and he asks me, why are you always so angry, Greg? You're 7 off rich. But how on earth am I not to get angry? I need the money desperately. I rode out yesterday, early in the morning, and called up all my debtors, and not a single one of them paid up. At last, I come here and hope to receive something, but instead, I'm received by you with the state of mind. Why shouldn't I get angry?
I thought I distinctly said my steward will pay you when he returns from town.
I didn't come to your steward, but to you. What the devil, excuse me, saying so have I to do with your steward?
You must excuse me. I'm not accustomed to listen to such expressions or to such a tone of voice. I want to hear no more.
Well, there, a state of mind. Husband died 7 months ago. Must I pay the interest or must I? I ask you, must I pay or must I not? Or do you think I can fly away from my creditors on a balloon or what? Or do you expect me to run my head into a brick wall? I go to Gerstev, and he's at home. Yarshvich has hid himself from me. I got into a violent row with Kurtson and nearly threw him out of the window. And this woman has a state of mind. Now, one of the swine want to pay me just because I'm too gentle. Well, just you wait. You'll find out what I'm like. I shan't let you play around with me. Confound it. I shall jolly well stay here until you give me the money. Oh, how angry I am today. How angry I am. All my insides are quivering with anger, and I can't even breathe. Foo, my word, I even feel sick. Servant!
What is it?
Give me some kvass or water. What a way to reason. A man is in debt for Nima's money, and she won't pay because, you see, she isn't disposed to tend to money matters. Well, that's silly feminine logic. That's why I don't like, and still don't like, to have to talk to women.
Madam is ill. We'll see nobody.
Get out. Oh, ill and will see nobody. No, it's all right. You don't see me. I will sit and will stay here until you give me the money. You can be ill for a week if you like, and I'll stay for a week. You can be ill for a year, and I'll stay for a year. I'm going to get my own, my dear. You don't come at me with those widowed weeds or those dimpled cheeks. I know those dimples. Simeon, unharness the horses. We're not going away at once. I'm staying here. Tell them in the stables to give the horses some oats. Oh, it's bad. Nobody pays up. I slept badly, and on top of everything else, here's a bit of fluff in mourning with a state of mind. Oh, my head is aching. Shall I have some vodka? What? Yes, I think I will. Servant!
What is it?
Give me some glass of vodka. Oh. I must say I do look well. Dust all over, boots dirty, unwashed, unkept, straw on my waistcoat. The dear lady may have well taken me for a brigand. Oh. It's rather impolite to come into a drawing room in the state, but it can't be helped. I didn't come as a visitor, but as a creditor, and there's no dress prescribed specifically to creditors.
allow yourself to go very far, sir.
What?
Nothing, I really.
Whom are you talking to?
Shut up! Devil's come to stay. I looked up brought him here.
How angry I am today! So angry I can grind the whole world to dust! I even feel sick. Servant!
Sir, in my solitude, I have grown unaccustomed to the masculine voice, and I cannot stand shouting. I must ask you to not disturb my peace.
Pay me the money and I'll go.
I told you perfectly plainly, I haven't any money to spare. Wait until the day after tomorrow.
And I told you perfectly plainly, I don't want the money the day after tomorrow, but today. If I don't get the money today, I'll have to hang myself tomorrow.
What can I do if I haven't the money now? You're so strange.
Then you won't pay me now, eh?
I can't.
In that case, I stay here and shall wait until you give it to me. You're not going to give me the money till the day after tomorrow? Very well, I shall stay until the day after tomorrow. I will sit here all the time. I ask you, have I got to pay the interest tomorrow or haven't I? Or do you think I'm doing this all for a joke?
Please don't shout. This isn't a stable.
Ask you about a statement, but whether I have the interest to pay tomorrow or not.
You don't know how to behave before women.
No, I do know how to behave for women.
No, you don't. You're a rude, ill-bred man. Decent people don't speak to a woman like that.
What a business! How do you want me to talk to you? In French or what? Madam Jeopardy, how happy I am that you can pay me. Ah, pardon, I have disturbed you. Such lovely weather today, and how well you look in mourning.
That's silly and rude.
Silly and rude. I don't know how to behave for women. Madam, in my time, I've seen more women than you've seen sparrows. 3 times I fought duels in the account of women. I refused 12 women, and 9 have refused me. Yes, there was a time when I played the fool, scented myself, used honey words, made beautiful vows. I used to love, to suffer, to sigh the moon, to thaw the breeze to get sour. I used to love passionately, madly, every blessed way devil take me. But now, I've had enough. Black eyes, passionate eyes, ruby lips, dimpled cheeks. I wouldn't give a brat's farthing for the love. Madam, present company, always accepted. All women, great or little, are insecure backbiters, envious liars, vain, trivial, merciless, unreasonable, and as far as this is concerned, excuse my outspokenness, a sparrow can give 10 points to any philosopher in petticoats you like to name. But when you look at one of these poetic creatures and look into their soul, all you see is a common crocodile. But the most disgusting thing of all is that this common crocodile, for some reason or other, imagines that it has a monopoly upon tender feelings. Why confound it? Have you ever met a woman who can love anyone except a lapdog? Or when she's in love, all she can do is snivel and slobber? While a man is sacrificing and suffering, all her love expresses herself, trying to play it out with her scarf, trying to look her more firmly by the nose. You have the misfortune of being a woman. You understand the nature of women. Tell me truthfully, have you ever met a woman who is faithful, sincere, and constant? You haven't. You meet a cat with a horn sooner than meet a constant woman.
Then according to you, who is faithful and constant in love is the man.
Yes, the man.
The man! Men are faithful and constant in love. What an idea. Well, since we're talking about it, I'll tell you that of all the men I knew and to know, the best was my late husband. I loved him passionately, as only a young and imaginative woman can love. I gave him my youth, my happiness, my life, my fortune. And what then? This best of men shamelessly deceived me at every step. After his death, I found in his desk a whole drawer full of love letters, and when he was alive. It's an awful thing to remember. He used to leave me alone for weeks at a time. He loved to other women and betray me before my very eyes. He made fun of my feelings and wasted my money, and in spite of all of that, I loved him and was true to him. And not only that, but now that he is dead, I am still true and constant to his memory. I forever shut myself within these 4 walls and will wear these wreaths to the very end.
Weeds? I don't understand what you take me for. As if I don't know why you wear the black domino and bury yourself between these 4 walls. I just say I do. It's so romantic, so poetic that when some wandering knight wanders past your castle, he'll think, there lives the romantic Tamara, for the love of her husband, buried herself between these 4 walls. We know these games.
What? How dare you say all that to me?
You may have buried yourself alive, but you haven't found a powder your face.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Please don't shout. I'm not your steward. You must allow me to call things by their real names. I'm not a woman. So please don't shout.
I'm not shouting. It's you. Please leave me alone.
Pay me the money.
I shouldn't give you any money.
Oh no, you will.
I shan't give you a farthing just to spite you. You get out!
I have not the pleasure of being your husband or your fiance. So please don't make scenes. I don't like it.
So you sit down?
I do.
I ask you to go.
Pay me the money. Oh, how angry I am! How angry I am!
I don't like to talk to impudent scoundrels. Get out now! Aren't you going? No?
No.
No.
No!
Very well then. Luca! Show this gentleman out.
Would you mind going out, sir? You are asked to. You needn't.
Shut up! Who are you talking to? I'll chop you into pieces.
Oh, little fathers! Oh, my people! Oh, I'm ill! I'm ill! I can't breathe!
Where's Dasha? Dasha! Dasha! Katya! Dasha!
Oh, they've all gone out to pick fruit. There's nobody at home. Oh, I'm ill. Water!
Get out now!
Can't you be more polite?
You're a boar! A corpse bear, a boar, and a monster!
What? What did you say?
I said you're a bear. A monster!
May I ask what right you have to insult me?
And suppose I am insulting you? Do you think I'm afraid of you?
Do you think that just because you're some poetic creature, you can insult me with impunity, huh? We'll fight it out.
Little fathers, one people, water.
Pistols.
You think I'm afraid of you just because you have large fists and a little throat, huh? You Orban?
We'll fight it out. I'm not going to be insulted by anyone. I don't even care if you're a woman.
Bear? Boar? Brute?
I think it's about time we get rid of this prejudice that only men have to make their insults. Devil take it. You want equality of rights? You can have it. We're going to fight it out.
With pistols? Very well.
This very minute.
This very minute. My husband had some pistols. I'll bring them here. What pleasure it will bring me to put a bullet into your thick skull. Devil take you!
I'll put her down like a chicken. I'm not a little boy or sentimental puppy. I don't care about this softer sex.
Gracious little fathers, have pity on a poor servant and go away from here. You frightened her to death and now you want to shoot her.
If she fights, well, that's equality of rights. Emancipation, all that. Here the sexes are equal. I'll shoot her on principle. But what a woman! Devil take you. I put a bullet through your thick skull. How she reddened, how her cheeks shone. She accepted my challenge. My word is the first time in my life that I've seen.
Please, go away, sir, and I'll always pray to God for you.
She's a woman. That's the sort I can understand. A real woman, not some sour-faced jelly bag, but fire, gunpowder, a rocket. I even feel sorry to have to kill her.
Dear sir, go away.
I absolutely like her, absolutely. Even though her cheeks have dimples, I like her. I'm not even angry any longer. I'm almost ready to let the deck go. Wonderful woman.
Here are the pistols. But before we fight, you must show me how to fire. I've never held a pistol in my hands before.
Oh Lord, have mercy and save her. I'll get the chef and the gardener. Why has this affliction come on us?
These are excellent pistols. You hold a revolver like this. Her eyes. Her eyes. What an inspiring woman.
Like this?
Yes, like this. Then you cock the trigger and aim like this. Go turn it back a little. Hold your mouth properly. Just like that. Then you press this thing with the finger. And that's that. The great thing is to keep it cool and aim steadily. Try not to jerk your arm.
Very well. It's inconvenient to shoot in a room. Let's go into the garden.
Come along then, but I must warn you. I'm going to fire into the air.
That's the last straw. Why?
Because it's my affair.
Are you afraid? Yes? No, sir, you don't get out of it. I shan't have any peace until I put a bullet into your forehead. That forehead which I hate so much. Are you afraid?
Yes, I'm afraid.
You lie. Why won't you fight?
Because Because I like you.
He likes me? He dares to say that he likes me? That's the way.
Listen, are you still angry? I'm devilishly annoyed too, but do you understand how can I express myself? The fact is, you see, it's like this, so to speak. Oh, well, it's my fault that I like you. Devil take it. Sorry about your flowers. I like you. Do you understand? I almost loved you.
Get away from me, I hate you.
God, what a woman. I've never in my life seen one like you. I'm lost, done for, fallen into a mousetrap like a mouse.
Stand back or I'll fire.
Fire then. You don't understand what happiness it will be to die before those beautiful eyes. Be shot by a revolver. Hold that little velvet hand. Ugh, I'm out of my senses. Make up your mind, because if I go, we shall never see each other again. Decide now. I'm a landowner of respectable character. I make an income of $10,000. I can shoot a bullet into a coin, toss it to the air as it comes down. I own some fine horses. Will you be my wife?
Let's fight. Let's go out.
I'm mad. I understand nothing. Servants, water.
Let's go out and fight.
I'm off my head. I'm in love like a fool, like a boy. I'm on my knees. I love you. I love you like I never loved anyone before. I refused 12 women and 9 have refused me, but I never loved any of them as I love you. I'm weak. I'm waxed. I'm melted. I'm on my knees like a boy, like a fool. Shame, shame. I haven't loved anyone for 5 years. I made a vow, and now all of a sudden, like a fish out of water, I'm in love. Offering you my hand. Yes or no? You don't want to.
Stop.
Well?
Let me go away. No, stop. No, go away, go away. I hate you. Oh, no, don't go away. Oh, if only you knew how angry I am, how angry I am. My fingers have swollen because of all of this. Well, what are you waiting for? Get out!
Goodbye.
Yes, yes, go away. Where are you going? Stop. No, go away. I hate you. Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
How angry I am with myself. Tomorrow I need to pay the interest and begin mowing. And here you. I should never forgive myself for this.
Get away from me. Take your hands away. Let's go out and fight. I hate you.
Fathers!
Luca? Tell them at the stables that Toby isn't to have any oats at all today.
You can go to the next queue though and bring up the house lights. So, first of all, thank you so much for coming. And I know I know where this was set up was a little bit confusing to people, but it seems to have worked. I just realized 2 minutes ago I probably should say something. I remember a year and a half ago we did a play, the last show in the Ray, and there was a nice little moment on stage. I was called up on stage, and I remember saying, "Well, I'm not retired or anything." Remember that moment? But of course, no. And that means, in 2 weeks I'm officially not at Rio anymore. And I may come back and teach part time. That's conceivable, but you just never know about that. And I know a lot of you, but some of you have contacted me through Rio Hondo, and they're going to take away my email which is weird, I think. But anyhow, if anybody does want to keep in touch, and I hope you all do, and I know a lot of you have my phone number, but make sure that you connect with a different email than Rio Hondo's. And you just just send me an email, I can. Actually, I have an auto response that has my new email, and I can tell you. Just you know what I'm saying. Also, there is this really isn't planned as a retirement party. This, you know, we've talked about could there be, you know, some, and I know a lot of you just want to get together for any reason, which is great. We had that amazing 50th anniversary for the theater program, and we didn't do anything for the 60th last year, but this would be a good excuse. Probably not till the theater's done, though, because there's no space here. But they keep saying the theater's going to be done in a year. We don't believe them, but that's what they say. And so maybe down the road there could be a good, you know, get together for my retirement and any other. But they do have a little something outside. They have some refreshments. I know it's supposed to be a surprise for me, but I saw it. I'm so nervous. I've been wandering in and out. So anyhow, that's there. So you know, we do have a show tonight, so we can't really make this a you know, the usual kind of party, but we can, you know, visit for a little bit. Okay.
But before we do that, Bill, we have something we want to give to you, and there's something I want to say to you.
Oh, this is Matt.
So,
Right.
you're gonna have I brought a little bag here because if you know Bill, you know he's always carrying a bag of some sort, usually of this type. No particular rhyme or reason what the bag might have in it or what it's
It's a secret.
But over the years, I've come to know that in these bags is usually where he keeps his little mementos that he gives to the cast members after the end of every show. And all of these mementos are usually some sort of symbolic connection to the play that they just were in. It's something that I've witnessed, you know, all the years that I've known Bill, but he's always thinking about giving back to the students and people that have been in his shows. So I wanted to take this moment, we all wanted to take this moment to give back to you. So before I do that though, I've got to build up the suspense a little bit. So first of all, Bill has sort of quasi-announced his retirement. I'm glad you finally said something because I didn't want to be the one to spill the beans today. But we've all kind of known that this day was coming. But I just wanted, I don't know if many of you know how many years Bill has been a part of this theater program. So he's been a full-time faculty member here at Rio for 37 years. Prior to that, he was adjunct faculty, I think it was three years prior to that. So 40 years as faculty member. This is where I'm going to need your help. 49 years as directing at Rio Hondo College. Before he was faculty, he was brought in, you know, to direct shows. And has acted here at Rio for 60 years in some capacity.
I was a little kid.
Have been in Bill's shows or worked for Bill backstage or been part of the theater program over the decades. I've seen a few of you and I hope to see more of you outside. But Bill, you've guided us, you've directed us in so many different ways besides basic stage directions on stage. You've been an amazing model and an example for all of our students to you know, empathize and live up to. To steal a line from your scene. You've done it with dignity, and we're all so grateful to have you in our lives. So now for the gift part. So
I have a bag.
Well, I got you a box because I know how much you like boxes. There's something else in here. Hang on a second. Put this down. Oh, it looks like there's another box in here. So we try to come up with something that would symbolize your role here, right? You've been a director, you've been the director of the program, you've been a teacher, you've guided and pointed us in the right direction, you've been sort of the ship's captain, if you will, on many things. You've taken us to different places in the shows that we've been in. You've taken us to different places around the world with all the tours that you've led us on, to China to Edinburgh, and so we found this compass inside here. We thought this would be a nice metaphor symbol to basically kind of let you know that we appreciate you. There's a plaque on the front here. It says, William Korf, an appreciation for your years of service at Rio Hondo College. Happy retirement. And then inside, now one might ask, why does somebody like Bill need a compass, right? He's directed us. He knows the way. He's helped point us in the right path, right? But I feel like there's always the possibility that we might need ourselves our own direction, right? As you enter into this new chapter, you might come to question the decision you made, and it might make you ponder which way to go. So I want this to be that symbol to help you realize that you've done the right thing, you made the right choice. Everything that you've done in your 37 plus years here at Rio, this is it right here. So in the description on the plaque inside, it says, behind you, all your memories. Before you, all your dreams. You still have a lot of dreams, right? Around you, all who love you. Within you, all you need. More adventures to come, too.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Thank you, everybody.
and now this break.
See the symbology there.
There you go.